Hello all, good morning. Let's start the today's session. So before starting the session, let me give introduction about myself. So this is Suresh, your trainer, and total I'm with in IT industry. I'm about 15 years of total IT experience I have. So from in CRM applications, I'm working from last 12 years. So I have different access, different experience in manufacturing, utilities, health sector, and different domains I have the experience. And now I'm working as a senior manager in one of the top MNC. So I can't reveal that MNC, as you know. So this is about myself. And so let's start the Salesforce demo session. So I'm not sure I could see the attendance here, almost 10 attendees. But before going to the Salesforce actual, what is Salesforce and all, I'm not sure who suggested you the Salesforce, but let me give some basic knowledge on the Salesforce. So today my agenda would be what is Salesforce and so why to use the Salesforce. So what is the current position in the market regarding Salesforce, job opportunities and the training and all. Let me focus on these things first. Why? Because it may take 3 months of your time. You need to invest almost 3 months to prepare the Salesforce in order to procure the job. So before entering into the Salesforce market or Salesforce technology, let's try to analyze what is the current trend or current market and all, so that you can get some basic knowledge, so that at least you can decide whether this is your right platform or not. Got it? So today, let me make use of the notepad. So instead of going with the regular Power PPT formats and all, so today my agenda is like what is basically what is CRM, Salesforce in the market, job opportunity, what is cloud computing. So let's focus some basic details of it so that you can analyze yourself whether it is like right platform for you or not. So you may aware that this is not like Salesforce in the market. You used to call this as Salesforce CRM. But basically, what is the CRM? Why to learn the Salesforce CRM? Let's take some market strategy. I mean to say, let's take a simple example here. Let's take an automobile BMW company. Now let's assume that before starting Salesforce, before the CRM applications introduced, so how the companies will maintain their customers' data in the sense they will follow with some Excel sort of databases. I mean to say, whatever the data you have about the customers, they used to maintain that customer data in terms of Excels before introduction of CRM. I will let you know what is CRM and all. But here, while they are maintaining the data in the Excels, so it is very hard to them to maintain the thousands or lakhs of data. So what actually the customer data talking about? So now let's say any company like BMW company, just I'm taking an example BMW. You may take anything like ICICI Bank or whatever the product you want to use for. So any company, mainly there will be three major things. One is they need to do some marketing. So why they need to do the marketing? To generate the leads there, right? So there will be some marketing team who can do some campaigns that might be paper ads, TV ads, or phone calls, emails, or whatever the strategy they are following. The marketing strategy will use them to generate the leads here. Lead is nothing but the persons who are showing interest to purchase your product, correct? So once the marketing team generates the leads, there ends their story. Now the sales teams comes into the picture. So where actually the sales agent will make a calls to this lead or send an email communication or fix an appointment with the lead. They will explain the product information, right? And once the lead is satisfied with the information provided by the sales agent, then they are going to provide the quotation to the customer. And once the quotation was agreed by the customer, then it will generate an invoice. So until generation of invoice, sales team will take care of it. Once the sales is done, now let's say you have purchased a BMW. Now, next, what would be the scenario? Then the service team comes into the picture, right? So after purchasing a BMW car, let's say, so you need to get a service throughout the lifetime of that vehicle, lifetime of that car. So now the service team will help you to resolve if there is any issue with your product. Here I'm taking an example of BMW, that's it. To simplify more, now let's say I could able to see almost 17 students here who came to understand what is Salesforce, right? Now you all people will become leads for my Yaksha IT solution. So lead in the sense that doesn't mean that that is not my customer. That the person is not my customer till now. So the terminology is important, as you know. So now you all become the leads to my Yaksha IT solutions. I may done some campaigns. So maybe through WhatsApp statuses or Instagram post or whatever, I have generated a leads. Now, after you are going through the demo, once you are satisfied, then my team will make a call to you. If you are satisfied and complete the formalities, then you will become my customer, right? So throughout the globe, you take any sort of scenarios, any sort of product, this is mandatory for them. They need to have some marketing team, sales team, and service team. So whatever the operations or whatever the business process they are dealing with, this entire process, to maintain this entire process, in olden days, they used to have some registers, like they will write some details on the paper, right? They will maintain some registers there. Later, in the Excel as a database. So now let's say BMW has thousands or lakhs of customers throughout the globe. Now I have fixed an appointment with ABC customer. So if you are not going with a proper software, the employee may miss to follow up with the customer on the provided date. Then that gives a negative impact to the lead or customer, right? So that's what. If the companies are maintaining the data through Excel, there exactly the problem will start. The problem here is if leads are in Excel, follow up in emails or complaining on WhatsApp, this everything may be missed, I mean to say. So your employee may miss to follow up with the customer on the specified date. So this unnecessarily creates a negative impact on your brand value. To overcome all these things, we have the concept of CRM, right? That means in a simple words, to maintain the customer information in a proper software, we are going to use the CRM. So then what is CRM here? This is nothing but customer relationship management. So what is CRM in a sense? It is like customer relationship management. This CRM will help you to maintain the customer information with some softwares here. Now let's say by using the CRM applications, you can manage the customer data. You can schedule your meetings with them so that you will get some notifications whenever you have scheduled a meeting, and the data will be organized in some softwares. So this will help you to organize your data properly to maintain good relationship with customer. Now let's say if you use the CRM applications, so not only like Salesforce, I have not yet discussed about the Salesforce here. I'm just giving through some idea on the CRM here. So here, what the CRM will do, so whatever the marketing we have, here the lead will be generated, right? So from lead, so the CRM applications will give you a flow in such a way that, so from the lead you have generated, from lead, it will go for opportunity and then customer and then support. So this is like basic flow, whatever the CRM applications you take. That means from generation of the lead is nothing but that's an opportunity to the company where they can make some business. So once you have the opportunity, the sales team will contact and make an invoice. So that lead will become your customer and you are going to provide a support. So whatever the CRM applications you have in the market, the main goal of the CRM applications is to have this flow, as simple as that. Now you know what is CRM. CRM is like sort of set of software which uses to maintain the customer interactions and all, right? So sending an email, you are doing some automation techniques, let's say whenever the lead was generated. So automatically the mail will be triggered to your internal sales team so that the sales team will immediately make a phone call to the lead, right? Otherwise, lead has sent an email by seeing your campaigns and all. One of the person has called to your customer care. So informing that I want to purchase your product. So automatically you should send some response to the customer, right? That's how the customers can expect. The customers will expect. So for this, there will be some automation techniques is engaged or is available on the CRM softwares. So now what is Salesforce in the sense? So whatever the CRM we are talking about, there is lot of CRM applications available in the market. Some of them are Salesforce CRM. From Microsoft, we have Microsoft Dynamics CRM and SAP CRM, Oracle CRM, Adobe CRM, Zoho. You know about Zoho. Nowadays, you are able to hear this in the news as well. Indian company, Sugar CRM. So these are like some of the CRM applications or softwares provided by these companies. So what is CRM? CRM is like complete package. The business core application for the CRM applications are marketing, sales, and service. So these companies will provide a software like complete package, which consists of marketing, sales, and service as a core business application. So that any company, maybe they are in the manufacturing side, automobiles, banking, health sector, whatever the platform you take. So these particular CRM suits for all types of companies throughout the globe. Got it? So now let's say, you know what is CRM now. So why to use the CRM, simple thing, why to use CRM in the sense, in order to avoid the manual interventions with the customer. So here you no need to depend upon the humans, especially. Why? Because there might be some human errors which cause a revenue loss to your company. So instead of depending on the human activities, you can automate the process. In a simple language, I mean to say, you visited a shopping mall. One of the guy from the bank asked you to provide your phone number if you are interested to take the SBI credit card, let's say. So you will provide the phone number to them. That is nothing but that bank guy were generating the lead to their company, to their bank. So that is nothing but providing your phone number to that agent. That agent here in the CRM, we used to call it as marketing agent or marketing representative. So they will collect your phone number. That means they are generating the lead to your company. Now actual process starts in the CRM. Once he created the lead in the CRM, so just to, of course, this is an initial stage, but just to give you a clear picture. So let me make use of, this is one of the Salesforce application. So this is like trial version only. You don't need to purchase any licenses for it. So this is how the sales will looks like. The Salesforce looks like. Here, this is like sales module. In the same way, you have like service module and marketing module, lot of business core applications you have. Now here the lead we have, right? Now what is this bank agent or the marketing agent will do in the sense, he will create a lead here. So simply he will click on the new button and he will add the lead details here. So the lead details now, what is the name of the lead, which company he belongs to, what is his email, phone number, the lead maybe from website inquiry, phone inquiry, partner referral. This is like some of the options. So this we will discuss in detail. So once he clicks on this save button, now immediately the system will trigger a notification. So that this is the notification where all the sales agent will receive the notification information here. That's how the CRM applications will work. So here the automation process, that means email will be triggered to the internal team as well as for the lead as well. So whatever the phone number or email you have collected from the lead, for the lead as well, the system is going to trigger a message or email there. That's how the systems will be designed. So this is not about, I have not yet touched the Salesforce. This is not about the Salesforce. This is the basic core functionality provided by any CRM softwares. Got it? Now, Salesforce is one of the company who provides this CRM service. So only Salesforce is in the market? No. These are the companies which also offers the CRM. Now let's just uh, assume that. So these many CRM softwares are available in the market. Why I need to choose Salesforce CRM? So why I can't go with Microsoft or SAP? So in order to enter or select any platform, just analyze what is the current situation of this platform in the market. Now this is the data. Just of course, I'm just going with some statistics here. You can also inquire within the Google or with the ChatGPT or wherever you want. So this is like approx as per 2025 data. So 23.9% market occupied by the Salesforce CRM, and this is the top one rank. This is the market leader in CRM side. At the CRM services provided by different companies, in the list of the CRM services companies, Salesforce CRM is the market leader. It is in the first place. And second place, it is like 5.8%. Now you can assume, so how much gap there is with the first and second competitor, right? So this is how the second competitor occupies the market share of 5.8%. And the third, it is like 5.6% as a SAP. It's an SAP, 5.6%. And Oracle, it is around 4.6 or 4.7%, I guess. So it is just around 4.6 or 7. And Adobe, it is like 3.8%. So this is the data from Business Insights. You can also get it from online. And Zoho, it is around 2.7%. And Sugar CRM, it is like 1.3%. 1.2, I guess. So this is like statistics which it shows Salesforce has huge market while compared with the other CRM service providers. Got it? So this is how the Salesforce, as you know, if it has the more market, that means the Salesforce is going to have the huge market. That means they are going to have the maximum number of clients. If they have the maximum number of clients, they are going to get good number of job opportunities. And the main, you may have the question like, so this Microsoft is also like big company, right? Of course, we are using the operating system is from Microsoft. So many services provided by the Microsoft. So, but why the Microsoft CRM is 2 lakh while compared with the Salesforce? So there may be so many reasons for it. So this is not the right time, I guess. I can't go with the complete architect here, but just to give you a basic knowledge on it, I will give you how the just will compare with the Salesforce CRM and Microsoft CRM. This is one of the reason. This is not only the main reason. This is one of the reason. Now let's say this is Salesforce CRM and this is Microsoft. I'm just going with MS here, right? The Salesforce here they will go with multi-tenant architecture. So this is multi-tenant architecture. So in detail about this architecture model and all, I will explain in the coming sessions. But for now, this Microsoft will go with single tenant architecture. So what is this single tenant and multi-tenant? Basically, before to it, what is tenant? Tenant is nothing but in any CRM side. So if you are purchasing some space in their servers, then they will allocate some space to you, right? So the space, whatever they have allocated for you, that is nothing but tenant. So the terminology is very much important. That's how every start of the concepts I used to focus on the terminology basically, so that you can cope up with the concepts. So here coming to the Salesforce here, it go with multi-tenant architecture, whereas Microsoft it go with the single tenant architecture. So just to make you understand here, let me make use of this paint here. So just I'm taking the help of paint to make you understand the basic concept, what is single tenant and multi-tenant. I'm not going in depth about the data layers or what is the layers we have with the architecture. That will be discussed in the coming sessions. But for now, let's say this is your Salesforce and this is your Microsoft. So now let's assume this is the container or this is one of the cluster or the server from the Salesforce and this is the server for the Microsoft. Now let's say any bank. So this is please don't move your cursors, so it will confuse for others. So please don't move your cursors, please. Let me close this. Yeah. So now let's say this is like Salesforce cluster and this is Microsoft cluster. Cluster is like regular word, So there will be some data centers maintained by each and every companies. So these data centers is used to so these data centers will be used to maintain the customer's information and all, right? So now in this scenario, now this, let's say this is like Salesforce and this is Microsoft MS. Now, how the clusters will be maintained here is, this is what you need to understand as a consultant. As a user, you may not require, but as a consultant or as a developer, you need to understand these concepts there. So now the cluster was divided into, now let's say this is a Salesforce, they have divided the cluster into different parts there. So they are making the container, big container into a parts of the container. Now this is one container, this is one, this is one, and this is one. Now let's say they have designed this for banking domains. So if any company which is under banking sector, I will assign space to them here. Now let's say ICICI Bank approaches the Salesforce, they will provide some space here. So they will create their space. Now ICICI Bank approaches the Salesforce and they have purchased their license with the Salesforce in order to use their applications. They will allocate some space here. Now again, let's say HDFC Bank approaches the Salesforce, they can assign some space here. Now automobiles, if you take the automobiles, now if any BMW approaches, they will allocate some space in the separate. Why? Because the platform, the industry is different. So they are making all the platforms into, or similar platforms into one tenant. So now whatever the box here you are seeing, this is one tenant, this is another tenant, this is another, and this is another. That means here, now let's say this is ICICI Bank and this is HDFC Bank, Audi, and this is BMW, right? So that means automobiles is adjusted in one cluster or one tenant, and this is in another tenant. So here, if you see, this is one tenant which is shared by multiple users. So this is multi-tenant architecture. So now what will happen usually here, let's say there is like some database here. So whatever the database you have, so now let's say this is the database. So in this database, ICICI Bank create a database for them and HDFC also create a database in the same database there. So different databases they are going to create, but there is a clear security concept. This ICICI cannot interact with the HDFC or HDFC cannot interact with the ICICI Bank. So that is taken care by the Salesforce. So whatever the APIs or whatever the add-ons or whatever the tools, whatever the software it's required, they will install in this server, this entire space there. So that resource will be shared or used by different users here or different clients there. This is how the Salesforce will work. So simple, this is one tenant, this complete box is one tenant. So the whatever the box we have created, this is total data center and there is like 4 tenants here. This is one tenant, 2, 3, and 4. So in this tenant, I'm just giving multiple customers in a single tenant. Multiple in the sense that depends upon the Salesforce or the space, how they are segregated, right? Whereas if you take the Microsoft, now let's say Wells Fargo is one of the bank approaches Microsoft. So they will create some space or some tenant like this. So this is given for, let's say, Wells Fargo Bank. Now another company like Kotak Bank approaches and they will give another space to them like this one, Kotak. That means this is like single tenant architecture. So whatever the tenant or whatever the space you have provided to the user, to the client, so this entire tenant will be occupied by one user only. and this entire space will occupied by entire tenant will be given for one user. So that means this is like single tenant architecture. In this tenant, you are not accommodating other person. In the simple words, this Salesforce is like sharing room. This is like single room, as simple as that. In a regular terminology, Salesforce is nothing but you will get sharing room, and Microsoft it is like single room, no sharing with the Microsoft. So this is one of the reason as you are providing the multi-tenant architecture. So whatever the resources you need to maintain, this everything was whatever the cost they are whatever the cost they are uh, having on this particular tenant, this will be shared with the multiple customers. So that is the reason the cost is very less while compared with the Microsoft. Getting my point? Now, as the tenant is shared by multiple users, the cost reduction comes into picture here. So now let's say the Salesforce is investing $100 for this tenant to maintain the resources, to maintain the software, to maintain the APIs, to maintain the database or whatever, networks, firewalls, whatever. So this $100 will be shared by the multiple customers, whereas here it is for a single customer. So that's the one of the reason the Salesforce is like less costing while compared with the Microsoft. Got it? So this is one of the reason, right? And here, if you see the Salesforce here, it occupies 23.9%. So why in the sense, this is one of the main reason because of multi-tenant architecture. So the companies can from level 1 to level 5 companies can afford Salesforce CRM license. If you go to the Naukri or any job portals, you can able to see the openings for the Salesforce from level 1 to level 5 companies. Whereas if you go with the Microsoft Dynamics, it is like top companies only can afford the Microsoft Dynamics. So now, just ignore for now, like the company will decide which they want to choose, like Salesforce or Microsoft. Now let's say BMW company, they will choose, their management will decide which to choose. But as a consultant, you need to understand, so which CRM has more market or more clients, so that that client will definitely need a consultant or developer, right? So then we will get a positions there. So that is like Salesforce CRM is like market leader. So this is one of the reasons. So many reasons are there why it is less cost and all. So we'll discuss in detail in the coming sessions. But for now, this is one of the factor where Salesforce is in the top leader for the market. Got it? So this is now you know what is CRM and what are the CRM softwares available in the market and what is the current position of the Salesforce CRM. Now you may aware that nowadays we are using the word like cloud computing. So what is this cloud computing? The cloud computing is nothing but, so previously, you know, when we are dealing with in the earlier stages, so we used to have some on-premise software. So what is on-premise? So now let's take a simple example of Wells Fargo Bank. You know, it's like big bank, US based company. So previously they are into CRM, they are using the CRM software. They used to have on-premise, they are going with the on-premise. So what is on-premise in the sense? They will maintain their own servers within their premises. They will maintain their bandwidth. They will maintain their network resources. Simply, the Salesforce or any other company will install the software in their servers. So for every year or 6 months, they will send a patch update like exe file, and they need to install it so that the patches will be updated. So it is like on-premise. No one can get access until you are connected to their network. That is on-premise technology. So you need to have some proper, you are within the network, then only you can get an access. That's how the on-premise will work. Now coming to the cloud computing. So this is like very easy. So you don't need to have any separate LAN networks or any separate networks there. Here, the service provider will take care of providing servers, bandwidth, firewalls, whatever they will maintain everything. Simply with the credentials, you can simply log into your applications. So you don't need to bother about maintaining the servers at all. So previously in the initial days, there is some trust issues for especially for the banking domains, you know, more security or more concepts is required. Those people has hesitated for some reason. but now all the bank sectors are using the cloud computing only. So why? Because it reduces the cost for the company. So it is not able to afford huge for the on-premise. So only just to have the knowledge, now the Salesforce is like 100% cloud computing technology. Microsoft is still offering on-premise. It is almost less than 5% customers are with on-premise for Microsoft as well as SAP and Oracle as well. But Salesforce is like complete cloud-based technology. So you no need to you are not able to see the on-premise here. So just to giving an idea like what is on-premise and cloud here, or you can also call it as online. As I said, this is like universal. You can work from anywhere. No need of maintaining hardwares or softwares or firewalls or whatever. So simply you are purchasing a license. They will allocate some tenant or some space to you in their servers. There actually you are building your applications, right? And it is flexibility, and you don't need to maintain any reporting, separate reporting tools or any security concepts. You don't need to implement any security and all. So this will make you cost reduction. So in the cloud-based actually, so what are the services you are going to get in the cloud computing here is, so the maximum, the services here, SaaS, IaaS and PaaS. So these are the major three services which you are going to get. This is nothing but software as a service, software as a service, and infrastructure as a service. Sorry. Platform as a service. So these are the three different services which you are going to get for any company who are providing cloud computing. So that means with simple with your iPhone or Android or your laptop or your desktop, wherever you are, with your hotspot or Wi-Fi or whatever the internet service you have, you can easily able to access these core applications or whatever the applications provided by the CM. You can just plug and play the application. So these are the three services which is provided by the cloud computing. So what is this software as a service? Just to give you an example here, the software as a service is nothing but here. Now let's say we have some Salesforce applications, right? Like marketing, sales, service, and all. This everything falls under software as a service. That means the Salesforce has providing some applications for you, so you don't need to build your applications. Simply it is like plug and play. You can, as I shown you with some of the trial account here. So here this is like brand new trial account. So you are able to see some tabs here and some accounts or contacts where you can maintain your customer contact information, your leads and all, right? So you can maintain all this information like just plug and play. You can also customize whatever the required you have. And infrastructure as a service is nothing but. So here, infrastructure as a service is nothing but the servers. Whatever the servers provided, the servers and firewalls and bandwidth, everything is maintained by the Salesforce. This comes under infrastructure. That means you don't need to build your own infrastructure like servers, firewalls, and all. The system will take care of it. The Salesforce will take care of it. And platform as a server, as a service. What is platform?
Can you give us an example of infrastructure as service and platform as service?
Sure,
We
definitely.
understand SaaS as Salesforce application, but the rest.
Yeah, once you just give me a second, I'm going through it. I will take a questionnaire, please. Let me complete it. So here, coming to the infrastructure as a server, infrastructure as a service. Now, if you take, whenever you are using some software, it needs some infrastructure like servers, firewalls, bandwidth, and all. So here, the servers, the firewalls, the networks, everything taken care by the Salesforce. That is nothing but infrastructure as a service. And platform as a service, if you are having the sales, service, and marketing. Now, let's say BMW is the company who are using the Salesforce. And there is one more competitor like Audi car. So Audi, they are also using the Salesforce CRM. They also have the same sort of application. But from company to company, there will be some different customizations or different business process they are following on. So each and every company has their different business process in order to do their business, right? So that means the system should have the flexibility to extend the existing functionality. So for that, you need to have some platform where you can able to build the new applications if they want. Now let's say I have marketing, sales, and service. So I want to create one more application as per my client requirement. So you need to have some different platform where you can build your applications. Or let's say you want to do some customizations by using some code. Like, Apex is the technology which you are going to use to build your codes and all, to write the plugins and all. So here, in the platform as a service, we are going to have the Apex. That means developer console, the system will provide a developer console where you can use to write this Apex code, right? And also like LWC, Lightning Web Component Technology, where it provided as a platform as a service. Just to make you understand and clear about it, let me take help of this image. So this image helps you in the traditional on-premise. So you need to build everything there. So let me take this example. So on-premise, so networking, storage, servers, operating system, runtime, applications, and everything you need to build. So this is like on-premise. Now here in infrastructure as a service, you could see. So here infrastructure, you are going to, that means the companies, the service providers who are going to provide IaaS, infrastructure as a service. So those service providers will provide you the networking, storage capacity, the servers maintenance, and visualization like graphics and all, everything will be managed by the infrastructure as a service. Like hardware related services, they will take care of it. Services in the sense, as I just given an example, the Wells Fargo previously they are like on-premise. So if they are on-premise, all this stuff they need to maintain. So they need to buy the servers, they need to have some storage, they need to maintain some networks and all. Now, if you are opting for infrastructure as a service, so that company will provide these services. And platform as a service, along with up to visualization, operating system, middleware, runtime, everything will be provided from the platform as a service. And software as a service, you can maintain the data. The data can be easily maintained just as a simple buttons. You can create the data into the database with the applications like sales, service, and marketing. These are the core business applications. I mean to say, if you see the three services, that means full-fledged, you are able to see with from networking to the application, everything is managed by the your Salesforce CRM. Now, what is the advantage with it in the sense? In the olden days, like legacy platforms before cloud computing and all. So once you got an idea to create any softwares or any applications, so there you need to purchase some hardware. That means this infrastructure you need to purchase infrastructure here, and you need to install the softwares and all, whatever the network or whatever the things you require, like operating system and everything you need to install. The infrastructure, all the infrastructure you need to take care of it. And then you need to set up some reporting tools and security concepts. You need to build the security concepts and all. Then the application will be built. Then actually your application will build. So this will take entire 6 to 12 months of your time. Usually in the olden days, we used to have this type of scenarios, right? Now, if the company like BMW or any company, so if they want to go with Salesforce or any CRM technologies, immediately after getting an idea, they will go with Salesforce. Now, what will happen? Here, infrastructure as a service and reporting tools and software as a service and a platform as a service, everything is available. And in the Salesforce here, whatever the Salesforce we have, here you no need to bother about the installing the softwares. I mean to say, here you can use it provides the developer console as well. So the developer console will help you to create your Apex in the same platform. So this will be used both for admin and development activity as well. So you are not going to install any frameworks or any exe files and all. So it will provide the platform where you can build your applications. So if you are going with this Salesforce, this is an advantage. Got it. So as I shown, I'm not going in depth, going much about the trial account. So this account, I can explain you the interfaces, how to navigate and all in the coming sessions, but this is how the Salesforce looks like, right? So just sorry. And it is like inbuilt, as I said, in the legacy model, you need to build the reporting, set up reporting and analytics and all. Here in the Salesforce, it is like simple, where there is some dashboard. So this dashboards will help you to see like you can place the information like this, like close deals, plan my accounts, growth relate. Well, this is like some of the components based upon your requirement. You can place the data on the dashboard, and you can also go through some reports there. You can create the reports. You can see the reports here. So it's like plug and play scenario, which I mean to say. Got it? And this is like cloud computing. And there is some automation techniques is available where sending an emails or creating a task or generating some scripts and all this everything with the automation. I mean to say auto assignment of the cases if the customer raise a ticket. So auto assigning this ticket to the some other user. This type of scenarios will automatically taken care by the system. So if you are writing some automation codes, got it? So now, so let me go through the content here. So this is like basic information about the Salesforce and what is CRM, what is Salesforce CRM, job opportunities, current position of the Salesforce CRM, and Salesforce is a cloud computing. So what are the services it's provide? This is the information we have discussed. And coming to the content part here. So the content, so here, we are going to have the Salesforce administration topics first. So this will take 22 days time, 22 sessions, I mean to say. And later we will go through the development. And in the development, so we are going to cover the Apex. So here it will take 30 days. And then lightning, the lightning, that is LWC concept, ARA, and then total LWC. So this will take around 20 to 25 days. And then integration, this will take 7 days. So that is almost 3 months of your time it will take to complete the course. And regarding the career path, you may have some questions like career. So how to choose the career and all. So for the career path, if you go with the admin here, in the admin, we are going to cover the configuration. And here there is no coding there. Whereas if you're going as a developer, so here you need to have the knowledge on Apex, LWC, and that is coding required. Right? So, but you may have the information, but some of your colleagues may suggested just go with the admin. But to be clear here, so previously we used to have the calls with only admin part, but nowadays we are not getting the calls with only with the admin. So definitely you should be working for the developer as well. So this all concept is required, is must and should. Only with the admin, it won't fulfill your requirement. You can't choose a career path only with the admin. So it is mandatory for you to go with the development. So Salesforce is like structured and easy. If you understand the business concept, that is very much easy. The main goal of the Salesforce CRM to maintain the customer data properly. So to maintain good relationship with the customer. So instead of doing on air or paper, we are just going with some structured software here from generation of lead to service you are providing. Once the lead is generated, that is an opportunity to the company to do some business with that lead. And then the sales team will explain the product information, generate the invoices. That sales process is like one type job, and the service that the same product may get for more number of services. So that's how you are sending a communication, you are sending an emails, auto alerts, automation techniques we are going to use to maintain this information. So here, along this content, here we are going to go with have some mini project here. So from the second day, so we are going to create a trial account. As I said, you don't need to install any software. You don't need to purchase any softwares as well. The trial account you can create. For the trial account, simple one Gmail account is sufficient. With the Gmail, you can able to create a trial account. So there is different approaches to create a trial account. But I can explain you in the next session. I guess in the first session itself, we are going to create a trial account. Why? Because so we are going to create a mini project here. So whatever the concepts we are learning, both in the admin and the development, so that is not like simple concept. We are taking an example and explaining the concept. So whatever the concept we are learning, we are going to create it as a mini project. Don't expect the complex projects, at the time of learning, no one can go with the complex scenarios. Here, the main agenda of the course is you should be aware of all the concepts where you can use in the real time. So this mini project will help you. Now let's say how to create an object table in the database. So we are going to create an application. In the application, we are going to add all the concepts what we are going to learn, like validation rules or security concepts or automation process. Everything we are going to keep on adding the functionality to the same project. So by end of the course, you are able to see the complete project which is developed on your own hands. That will give you extra booster that will enhances your confidence levels. And after completion of the admin, Salesforce admin will take 22 days, like plus or minus 2 days. So after completion of it, so we are going to create, or I'm going to give you one practice project. So this is sort of 22 to 23 tasks. So where you are going to create your own project on your own. So this is after Salesforce administration. So after completion of admin, the 3 to 4 days will be break to have this practice project. You can visit to the office, I mean to say the institute, or you can prepare from your home. If the same WhatsApp group, whatever it was created, the same WhatsApp remains for at least 8 months to 9 months. So if you have any questions, you can put on it. And whatever the notes I have used to explain the scenarios, to explain the concept, these notes will be shared in the same WhatsApp group. And this recording will also be shared in the WhatsApp group. The recording will be uploaded to my Yaksha IT channel, YouTube channel, and the link will be shared in the same WhatsApp group. And to find my number, I'm going to share these notes in the group after completion of this class. It is like regular practice. After the completion of class, I'm going to share these notes in the group for your reference. That is my number. If you come across any questions while practicing or any questions, you can ping me directly to that number, or you can ping in the same WhatsApp group. Anything is fine for me. So just to give a clarity on it, just today I have not touched much into the Salesforce. I mean to say, as you are going to invest 3 months of time, just concluding the things. I try to explain you what is CRM so that you can understand what is CRM basically. After understanding the CRM, what type of services the CRM is going to provide. Now you need to understand what are the companies are offering the CRM. That's we have discussed. And as we are going through the Salesforce CRM, what is the current position of the Salesforce CRM? That's we have discussed, right? And why the Salesforce CRM is top in the market. For that, I just given some high level information about multi-tenant architecture and single tenant architecture. I just compared with the second competitor, that is Microsoft. So you could see how much difference you have with the first and second, right? That's the current position of the Salesforce. So no worry regarding the career and all. So we are in the right platform. And just explained about the cloud computing. Nowadays, everything is in the cloud-based technologies. So total data will be maintained by the data centers or the service providers. You just plug and play. So you don't need to bother. I mean to say, whatever the applications you have, whatever the data you have, just plug in with your Android or iPhone or whatever the devices, you can access your applications there. And provided the content, and then as I said, the trial account will be created in the next session, that is on Monday. Maximum from Monday there will be regular sessions, and be prepared with one of the email ID. It is required, as you know. You used to get some emails from the Salesforce. If you are okay with it, you can go with your personal email ID, or you can create one new email ID for your practice. Why? Because this is going to be with you for 90 days. So you may ask the trial account, what is the expiry for the trial account? So if you are keep on logging to the trial account, it will last for at least 180 days. So if you are not logging to the trial account for continuous 2 weeks, the org will be deleted. Your account will be deleted. So there is different scenarios, but I can explain you which will take you long expiry date. That I will explain you in the next session. So that's it from my end for today's session. Now, if you have any questions, whatever the questions you can please put on your questions. As I said, you are going to invest 3 months of your time. Take a wise decision before entering into the Salesforce. Take a right decision, and then start your learning the Salesforce. Now it's like open forum. Please let me know if you have any questions on today's session or whatever about the Salesforce or experiences or whatever you want to ask, you can go ahead. Or you can also ping in the same chat. And one of you, like Vamsi, I guess you have asking the question. I guess you have, if you still have the question, let me know.
Yeah, just a couple of
For
things.
Salesforce development role, what is the prerequisites the employee should have?
So usually if you understand, if you know the OOPS concept, you know what is OOPS concept, then it will helpful for you. But no worries, after completion of this admin part, we are going to have like bridge course. It's sort of 3 to 4 sessions will be conducted just to explain the basic information about how to start with the development. There it will cover, but if you have the OOPS concept, then it will be an advantage for you.
Okay, at least Java should know, correct, right?
So the OOPS concept, you know, right? Abstraction,
Only.
encapsulation, what is class, what is
Oh,
object, what is
yeah.
yeah, that type of scenarios will help you. But if not, that's fine. So we are going to take a separate, I mean to say that's not like separate, it is continuous after completion of administration. There will be 3 sessions, there you will be covered. Yeah. Go ahead, Vamsi.
So a couple of questions. One, the first thing is on the admin part.
Mhm.
Salesforce comes up with a lot many new things. Like let's say the most recent one is with AI part of it. So do we
Correct.
cover that in the
Yes.
admin part of it, like the prompt builder or case classification and those?
Correct. So it is like Einstein, we used to call it as AI as an Einstein here. So here it is like, if you see here, this is the Salesforce.
Mhm.
So everywhere, whenever you are dealing with some leads or whenever you are creating some emails and all, there will be a pop-up here. Uh, so let me show you if I can able to show you the pop-up and all. So there is an AI already introduced here in the Salesforce. It will give you an extra advantage to complete your work. So where you can draft your emails, or if you want to fetch the information from the thousands of records, AI will help you. That we used to call it as Einstein. So
Mhm.
now let's say, so this will be auto-populated, I guess, for this instance. This is like old instance. It seems we have deactivated it. But to answer your question, yes, we are going to cover the AI in that development part.
So in the
So
development part.
in the development part, we are going to cover. And at the admin level, the administration usually, what actually the admin part covers here is how to create an users, how to assign licenses, how to create or implement the security concepts, how to create a email templates where you can use in the automation process and all. So for creating an email templates or in these scenarios, you can use the AI. So now, to draft an email, we are using the chat GPT, right? In the same way, you can use in the AI, that is Einstein in the Salesforce, that we can use it. And we are going to cover it in the development part. So how to use this Einstein or AI in the Salesforce. To answer your question straight, yes, we are going to cover.
Okay, and the second one is on the flows.
Mhm.
There are multiple type of flows, record trigger, screen flows, and all those.
Correct.
How much in depth do we go on the flows? In the
So,
sense, do
yeah, in
you?
the flows, we have basically 5 types of flows. Of course, for the other guys, you don't confuse here. Yes, Vamsi asking this question. In the flows, we have 5 types of flows. One is screen flow, record trigger flow, and schedule trigger flow,
Mhm.
and auto launched flows, and record triggered orchestration flows. So there is like 2 flows which is not covered in the admin part. Sorry, only 3 flows along with the screen flow. There is 3 flows will be covered and have some exercises and some user stories as well. We are going to we are going to cover in the admin part. In the development part, we are going to cover the other 2. So in the automation process, automation process is like key for the CRM applications. Here in the automation process, we are going to have the workflows, process builders, flows, and approval process. So whatever we want to have as an admin role, so that is going to cover in the admin part. Later in the development, we are going to cover all the other 2 flows there. So like record orchestration flows, of course, I'm going in depth about it. So to answer your question, in the admin part, we are just covering 50 to 60% of flows concept, and remaining 40% will be covered in the development part. Why? Because here we are going to engage or call an Apex code there. So we need
Yeah.
to create some variables and we need to call an Apex code using these flows or process builders. So that we can't cover in the admin. Why? Because as you know, we need to provide some basic knowledge on the development scenarios. Then only we can introduce the calling an Apex code to the flows. So that the program was designed in such a way that in the admin part, whatever we want to cover without coding or without a script there, that we are going to cover in the first 22 days or 24 days. So later, after completion of this admin part, again we are coming to the automation process like process builder and flows again. At the time, we are going to engage with the Apex code and full-fledged in-depth about the flows as well. And as you are asking the flows here, there is like inbound messages and outbound messages. That is nothing but whenever you are receiving or sending a message from your system to the external system. So to interact, to work with these type of flows, you need to have the knowledge of integration so that we can't go ahead in the time of develop admin time, right? So that's how the proper planning, we have designed a project. At the admin part, we are going to cover 50 to 60%. So after discussing this development and integration in this scenario, we are again coming back to the flows to have the in-depth knowledge. And the same, you are going to be assigned some user stories to implement in this mini project as well as in the practice project. So we have
Okay.
designed 6 to 7 user stories so that you can working on the 6 to 7 user stories on this mini project as well as the practice project for the flows.
Okay, and so for LWC, like we need JavaScript, right? Would you go through that like a bridge course or?
Yes, it is like 3 to 4 sessions we are going to deal with JavaScript. I'm going to provide you some links for your practice.
Oh,
So
okay.
we'll take some examples, 3 to 4 or 2 to 3 sessions we are going to take. And then we will give some scenarios for you to practice and with some public facing documents or public facing links so that you can practice on your own there.
Okay, and will you be covering communities or portals?
So communities we are covering. Portals, I need to check with it actually. So I'm not sure about it.
And portal is renamed communities, but yeah, as long as we are covering.
Yeah, why? Because there is like another trainer is there who is going to handle that part. So we will get back to you on that. You can ping to the admin team so that she will provide you the information on it.
Okay.
Yeah. So it is within the course only. No need of it is not like separating within the same only. But communities and portals, I have some confusion there. Confusion says I'm not sure which is, as you know, it is like advanced one. They will
Communities
give you
is the
the
most
proper
latest.
information. Yeah,
Communities
they will
is
give the
the
proper.
yeah.
Correct.
And also, will you be helping us set up the VS Code and the SD
Yes,
the
yes, yes.
the
You can
pack?
visit the institute so that we will help you there with your come with your laptop. We will help you there to configure and all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yes.
I have one question. Will this course help for Salesforce certifications, like admin certification or other?
Yes, it will help, but the certifications you need to write on your own. There is other practices as well. We will support for it as well. So to have the certificate, or if you want to write on your own, yes, it will help. We are going to share the public Salesforce documents that is available from the Salesforce website itself. But which topic covers which link that we will going to share based upon the topic wise. So you need to go through those links as well in order to write on your own to complete the certifications.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah.
So what about the interview preparation, or are you going to give
So
any
regarding the interview process, so once the course was completed, so the resume will be prepared from our side, and 2 to 3 projects will be given on the resume. The projects will be explained to you so that you can prepare for the interviews. And whatever the projects we are going here, like mini project and practice project, at the time in the class itself, based upon the concepts, we are going to discuss how the interviewer may ask the questions on this topic. That's how uh, we are going for the teaching and all. So at the time of discussing the concept, I'm going to explain you what type of questions it may comes for and have some real-time experience, like creating a project that will help you to how to answer those questions to the interviewer. And this is how you can prepare it. But after you are trying for 1 or 2 months, still if you are not able to crack the job, So you can contact the person like Mahesh is the right person who can answer the questions there, who can help you to guide to crack your interviews. That is like separate process, which I can't go on online. So you can please contact the Mahesh or you can ping the same in the same group. They are going to guide you like what is this interview process and how they are going to help you for this interview process.
Yeah, sure.
Yes,
Thank
to answer the straight, to answer you in the straight, yes, we are going to provide you the support on it.
you. Yeah, got it.
I have one more doubt actually.
Yes, please.
I had never written any code, so is there like this is really possible for someone like more than 7 8 years experience to learn this coding?
Ramu, what is your background? I mean to say you are from BTech or non-IT
I
or
did my I did my BTech in mechanical engineering, and I
okay,
currently working in the mechanical domain.
okay. So how much experience you have?
8 years.
Okay. So to answer your question, yes, it is difficult for the people who come from non-IT background. So the coding is not as like simple. But if you really wants to switch your domain from non-IT to or mechanical to the IT, that's a challenge for you. Definitely, that's a challenging for you. But you know, practice makes man perfect. So here, that's very hard for you after 8 years learning the coding. That's not that much easy task, I could say, but it is not impossible. So why? Because just to give my experience, we have started our career at 2006 as a consultant, as a junior consultant. At the time, if you want to implement some code, we used to go on Google to search the code to get some basic knowledge or to get some inputs there. So there will be hundreds of documents will be available in the Google. There we need to finalize which suits for our code. I mean to say you need to have some basic knowledge, at least 60% knowledge, so that you can analyze whether that suits for you or not. But nowadays, we have like a lot of AI technology like ChatGPT. So if you are passing the parameters, so that's simply giving the code. But what is the challenging part here is, so you need to understand how to analyze that code. So that is very important. Now let's say what is class, what is object. So what is the basic concepts we have, right? So if you are able to get the basic concepts, then it is easy for you to work on. Of course, there will be definitely challenges for first 1 year or 1.5 year. If you are able to sustain or if you are ready to take the challenges for first 1 year, that is easy for you with now the technologies, whatever we have like ChatGPT and all. It is easy for us to sustain in the market. So I can't say it is easy, I can't say it is impossible, but we can able to perform. Just as you are from, of course, other guys may aware of it, but as you are new to the IT side, let's say generate auto number code with Apex. Let's say I want to have some auto number code. So this is how the chat GPTs are working nowadays. So simply it is giving the code directly. But here you need to understand what is this public, what is this class, and what is this and all. So you are able to analyze the code. So then only you can simply make some changes or you can copy this and use in your projects. So if you are passing the parameters, now let's say what is parameter, that is a totally different story. So what is the parameters you need to pass? That if you are passing the parameters, that's clearly giving the code for you. So what I mean to say, I'm just want to give you a context, that's it. But don't blindly go with the chat GPTs and all. Some companies may not accept the chat GPTs as well, but you need to maintain with some different, of course, there is some other practices, of course. But to answer your question, yes, it is difficult for you, but it is not impossible. So you need to understand the basic things and all, then that is easy for you. There will be challenging for 1 to 2 years. I hope I answered your query now.
Yeah, thank you. I just want to open up. Maybe it will help
Yeah,
me, right?
yeah.
Actually, I'm currently working in a Salesforce in a
Salesforce
support role.
admin.
In a support role, yeah, it's a advanced admin.
Okay,
It's
okay.
been almost like more than 2.5 years. But
Then that's fine. You can easily come with the developer, no issue. As you know, if you are going with the developer role, you are going to have good packages.
the problem is actually think that one with the fear of coding, I stuck in this position.
No, you
Now,
no need to fear on that. Why? Because now the technology has grown up. So it is not like the scenario where we started our career. So it is easy, but the foundation should be strong. That's it. So that's not impossible. That's you can cope up. No issue. As you are already in the Salesforce, you are in the admin side for 2.5 years. That is easy for you. That is not going to good. It's not going to be a big task for you.
thank you. Maybe I will have a one-to-one or anyone. The thing is
Sure,
that
sure.
yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Also, it
Also,
could be very helpful if you are going to give end-to-end architecture, like how request is going, how end-to-end, for
Yes, yes,
example,
yes. Yes, we are going to
MVC.
provide that information. Yeah.
Yeah, okay, okay. In the second session, if you're going to give
No, we have designed. Yeah, why? Because it is designed the project, the course is like step-by-step process.
okay.
So we are going to cover that concept, but it is like step by step. Why? Because I'm going with instead of explaining the letters, if I'm going directly to the words, that is difficult for you only. Yeah, we are going to cover that part, but in the coming sessions, we are going to cover it. Any other questions, please?
so will you be giving any assignments or any additional work that we need to complete so that
Yes,
we can get better?
correct.
I mean, as you said, right, we need to do more practice. It's not sufficient for 1 hour class for us to be developers. So would you be providing that support as well, like, helping us do the assignments, clarifying any
Correct,
doubts that we encounter with the assignments, stuff like that?
correct. So that's the main goal or agenda here. That's the reason we are going with the mini project. I mean to say, in the first session, we are going to create a trial account. In the second session, we are going to create a user and assign some profiles and all. So I'm going to create the same on my trial account. So the same user story, the same task you need to complete on your trial account. So that by going through the session by session, you are going to grow up your applications. So I'm going to give some user stories. It is not like daily based, it is like concept based. Now let's say one concept, it will take 2 sessions. So after completion of the 2 sessions, I'm going to ask you to create this particular user story. So that is going to be your task. So parallelly, what I am doing in my classes, the same thing you need to implement in your trial account. So that's how this mini project will be completed, so that the complete project you can also create on your own. After completion of these 22 sessions, you are able to see some mini project. And the next project, I'm just going to give you the document there. So what are the objects it's required? What are the relationship you need to build? What are the automation process you want to implement? There you need to do from the scratch. So while creating this project, this mini project, whatever I'm doing, it is recorded and it is on the YouTube. You can recheck and you can fix your issues if it has anything. But still, if you have any errors, then with the proper screenshots, ping in the same WhatsApp group. I can respond you in the WhatsApp group, in the group, or you can you can ping to me separately. But coming to the practice project, you need to do on your own. While doing this practice project, if you come across questions, the same, you can ping me separately. But the mini project, you have a chance to refer from the YouTube. Why? Because the same task I may be doing in the class, but this practice project you need to do on your own. This is like actually it will build your confidence. Why? Because the mini project, whatever you have seen in the class, that may be doing on your own. But the practice project you are doing on your own, right? So to answer that question, yes, I'm going to support you if you have any errors or any issues with the while creating the components and all.
Okay.
Yeah.
So any questions that we have, we reach out to you in WhatsApp group and you would guide us.
Yes. Yes, yes. With the proper screenshots, please. Please,
Okay.
there will be expect delay for at least 2 hours. Of course,
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
available. I can ping you in time. But if I'm occupied with other cars, usually I will inform like within 2 hours I'm going to respond over the groups.
Yeah.
Or you can also separate ping to me. Today I'm going to share these notes. That is my number. If you want, people can save my phone number. So whatever the number I'm using to save the notes or to share the notes, that is my number. So my name is Suresh, as I said. Yeah, that's it. If you have any other questions, please feel free to ask.
One last question.
Yes, go ahead.
When you create a sample org, you don't have any data, right? Would you give us
Correct.
any anonymous script where if we run it, we could load some data?
No. The Salesforce has provided some dummy data for the trial account so that you can go through all the screens. The Salesforce is providing some dummy data.
Oh,
So we no need of running the scripts. So it has some data. Now let's say if it is you could see this is a trial account. So if you see the accounts, so there is like some accounts here, you could see defense and all. This is like sample data only. So for some of the objects, we have the sample data. That's we are going to see the sample data as well. So as we have the data, we can explore more screens there. The data was there.
got it. Thank you.
Yeah.
Suresh, is the agent force part of this course? Like any introduction on that?
So it's like part of the course.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay, if your phone number has with my admin team, then that's fine. If your phone number was not there, just ping in the same chat so that my team will add your phone number to the WhatsApp group so that you can get the notes information and the recording sessions and whatever the articles or whatever the documents which we are going to share, everything you can get access. So if you have any phone number, if you are not provided the phone number, please drop your phone number in the Zoom chat, this meeting chat. So if there is if your phone number was not there, you may not able to receive the YouTube link, that is the recording link. So that's the reason. Please drop your phone number there. So any questions, please let me know. And regular classes will be from Monday, the same time, 9 to 10. Okay, I will take the silence as no questions. I will wind up the session for today and we'll connect you on Monday. So be prepared with one email ID so that you can able to create a trial account. It is like just 5 to 10 minutes to prepare a trial account. Be prepared with the email ID. That is the prerequisites to create a trial account. But that's up to you. If you want to, I mean to say, if you want to use the personal email, that's up to you. But don't depend upon the Google or any other modems to create a trial account. Why? Because in the lot ways we can able to create a trial account, but that will not sustain for long period. So I will explain you. I will provide you the link in the next session so that you can use that link to create a trial account that will be there at least for 180 days. Got it? Yeah, that's it from my end. So as there is no questions, we can wind up the session for today. We'll connect you on Monday.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you all.
No sessions on Saturday?
Not sure. We'll get back to you on it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, we'll just follow up on the WhatsApp group. Thank you.
Sure. Thank you.
Thanks, Suresh. Thank you.